welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider of the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Richard Mulrooney. And Coach, underway in the season, unfortunately a 3-1 loss to UAB, who's always a contender for that league and a lot of times in and out of the top 25. And overall, I know you felt you played well, just got down early, outshot on 24-6, but trying to overcome a 3-goal deficit in the first half is always tough.
Yeah, we dug ourselves a hole that we just couldn't get out of. I mean, you give any team, UAB, UCLA, UCA, a 3-goal lead going into halftime, that's tough to overcome. I thought the guys came back and fought hard in the second half, but unfortunately with a lead like that, UAB was able to absorb the pressure, and we created chances. I mean, I think it would have been fair to say we probably could have gotten 3, maybe 4 goals. But in the hindsight, they could have maybe gotten a couple more too. So it's a learning lesson. I'm glad the guys didn't give up, and they never do. But having said that, it was still a loss, and we need to learn from it.
It's always tough when a team scores that first early goal, kind of get you back on your heels, and then they just kind of add it to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of starting the game focused. I told the guys the other day, you can't really win a game in the first 5 minutes, but you can lose it very quickly. So to give up 3 goals like that, it's insurmountable, and quite frankly, we have to stop doing that, or else we're going to get more losses during the year. But I have a feeling the guys learned their lesson from it, and hopefully moving forward, it won't happen again.
Other than the loss, did you feel pretty good once they were able to kind of recover and settle down and play the remainder of the match?
I do. It's a new system we're playing offensively. Last year, we struggled to score goals and create chances.
Right.
We did that on Saturday, or Friday, I should say. So that's coming. The defense is a work in progress, and it's not just our back line, it's not just our goalkeeper, it's the 11 that are on the field and the guys that come off the bench to be on the field. They have to know their roles. And like I said, it's a work in progress, and we're getting there, but unfortunately we're taking some hard-learned lessons from it. But I've got confidence that as the season goes on, it's going to get better.
Well, you get to come home for a couple matches, back out of Mike Rose Wednesday night, SIU-Edwardsville. That's always a tough team. They don't have the name. They just got into the OVC. They were a probationary member about a decade ago, and then now they're a full-fledged member. But they're one of those schools that's gone Division I that's quickly making their way up the ranks.
Tough game. They really are. They're right outside Saint Louis, so I think the world of Saint Louis kids, and obviously they get a lot of them, if not all of them. So they know how to play the game. They're very organized. They get a lot of numbers behind the ball, and they've got some tricky players that if we don't keep an eye on, they could do some damage to us. So tough game, like they all are, but at the same time, that's our focus. It's our first home game, and obviously, our motto is we don't lose at home. So hopefully that comes true tomorrow night.
You mentioned Edwardsville and recruiting that St. Louis area. We'll talk about the Billikens in a second because you play them later this week. But a school like Edwardsville, if you're able to recruit the St. Louis area, you're going to have a good team. It's a lot like the Dallas area in soccer, some of the places out west and some in the Northeast. It's just, for some reason, St. Louis has that Catholic League up there, and they just breed the soccer players.
It is. Since day one, I'll be surprised if one day they don't even get an MLS team. Soccer is maybe not as big as Cardinal baseball, but soccer is getting up there, and quite frankly, we'd be foolish not to look at that area for recruiting. And just it's a good area. It's close to Memphis, and it just makes sense for us to look at areas like that. And quite frankly, the schools that are there are reaping the benefits of keeping in-state kids to perform for their college.
Well, you have that game Wednesday night with Edwardsville. You're going to come back, and as we mentioned, St. Louis Saturday night at Mike Rose at 7 o'clock. The Billikens come to town. That's a long-time rival going back to the old Great Midwest Conference, then through Conference USA. Now you're in different leagues, but it's still a big rivalry with the Billikens. And as you talked about, that's a perennial top 20, if not top 10 program.
Absolutely. It's a relationship we're looking to keep for years and years for numerous reasons. Good, solid program, close to Memphis, and quite frankly, it's a game that gets everybody excited. Not only about the game, it's alumni weekend for us. So we have alumni coming back, so there'll be events going on. So it's the bigger the crowd out there, the better for us. But having said that, we need to get it done on the field. And quite frankly, I'm concentrated on SIUE now. But come Thursday morning, I'll turn the page to St. Louis very quickly because they've earned that respect. And obviously, we're going to have to do anything and everything to get a result in that game. And I believe we can.
Other than knowing that they're always the top 10, top 15 type program, what do you see out of the Billikens? I know you're concentrated on that first match with Edwardsville, but what style, what do you see out of the St. Louis team?
Very similar to SIU, very individually very good from what I've read, and I haven't seen them play this year. They've got a couple All-American candidates, one up front that obviously when you have a kid up front that can score goals, you have to keep an eye on, and a playmaker in the middle that we have to keep an eye on. But I don't think you can really find any spots in their team that are going to be weak that we can expose. More so, we have to play as a team to beat them. It's not going to take one individual effort from Raul or from Benji or from whoever. It's going to take 11 guys on the field and the subs to come in and find a way to contribute to beat them. And hopefully that comes true come Saturday.
Finally, Coach, you went on the road to start your season. Now you're at home for 2 matches. How important are the home matches to you this week?
Crucial. It's absolutely crucial. Last year, I think our road record, we only won maybe one game. We were 1-5, 1-6. So we're looking to improve that. But our home record was decent. But decent in my mind is not good enough. I want to go undefeated. I want to pick up all 3 points, and that's the goal. I mean, when you're at home, you hope to have that advantage. And, whether the game's 5-0 or 2-1 or you win in overtime, it doesn't matter. It's a matter of competing and trying to get all 3 points at home because it's tough to win on the road, but we're expecting to do both of those this year.
Coach, thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot.
That is head coach Richard Mulrooney. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.